I
I know
cannot.
voodoo salt when I see voodoo salt.
I have files y'all here, and I can't do it. I'm not country.
Oh, we were recording.
Yes, ma'am. I wanted it all. So, hey guys, today we have with us
What's up?
Mr. Money, and we are going to be talking about: Are you a H2, a lady? Can you be reverted?
You said an H2?
Yeah, H2, two.
Oh,
two.
H2.
I don't want to say the word on here.
Why not? Why not say
Because
that?
you know, sometimes you can get. I don't want nobody to pull us for
Oh,
you
It's
know.
the lady of the evening.
So you know, are you a lady of the night,
yes.
or of the evening, or the early morning? Are you a lady, or you, or can be reverted? And Mommy was saying something to me. He said when I told him the title, he was like, "Well, why you ain't say be a tool of the night or a housewife?" And I was like, "Nah, because housewives can be tools of the night too.
Well, ladies can too.
But being a lady is a definition."
Yes. It's higher standards.
Well, do we have do you have the definition wrote down in your notes for what a hoe is?
I do.
I mean,
she do. I'm
okay.
sure she do.
First of all, let me get an understanding of where y'all at as far as what
A tool
H-tool is.
For
and,
me, I don't have a definition.
And what
by
a lady is. Yeah.
Not by standard, but my definition of a tool is actually a broken person. It's a word that we've given it, but it really is a broken person that's out here trying to search for affection, love, attention, and they're striving to they use that to get what they think they're supposed to be getting. Sexually, physically, mentally, all of it, and only for 10 minutes.
The main ingredient.
Some of y'all men is 3, sex. And some of y'all men is 3. I'm sorry, Mom.
The main ingredient is sex.
Yeah,
it's sex.
I'm confused.
Describes sex work.
Why?
Because a sex worker. That's what you're saying.
Yes, that's
so
what
you saying somebody.
No, not just a worker.
Okay.
No, not just a worker, because we're talking about women who really are out here promiscuous.
Okay.
There you go.
So,
promiscuous.
Okay, so that's y'all's definition of a HO, a hoe.
Yeah.
Is someone who is promiscuous.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the definition.
We didn't do it.
And
that goes all the way back to history.
She said we didn't do
history describes it that way.
All right, so what's the definition of a lady?
So the definition of a lady is a woman who is refined, courtesy, good manners, a woman of high social position or rank, or a polite, respectful term, which is suggested for a woman. You know, you're simply a polite. Your etiquette, your behavior is, I've seen them that have those qualities, right?
Yeah.
But the key word in it is sex.
I didn't
Is
hear
it, but here's the thing with being a tool to me. Is it just sex though? Because in my opinion, there's a lot of different things that can make you, and sex is included in it, but to me, it's levels to it.
Because I've seen some polite hookers before.
But it's levels to it. It's like, and being a lady, in my opinion, yes, that is the full definition of it. Mm-hmm. But being a lady, in my opinion, is when you are reverted. When you can say the things that you've done in your past, whether you was a tool or not, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But to now go, you know what? I'm not who I used to be. That's a lady. A lady can tell you all of the things that everything they've been through, but I am a different person today.
So I was reading, we're doing our different articles and what we're looking at, right? Mm-hmm. So this young lady, she was promiscuous, right? Mm-hmm. And she enjoyed sex throughout her college, everything, okay? It was something she liked to do. Well, it stated, these are the people who got labeled as whore, that word. Mm-hmm. Monica Lewinsky, Kim Kardashian, and Amber Rose, right? Mm-hmm. These are all women that hold that title. Mm-hmm. But what was the key theme in between all of them women?
Tricycle issues.
Yes, but sex played a big part.
But
the sex real, for Kim Kardashian.
But why did
because that's what they label the definition.
But what
that's
I mean,
where it came from.
I guess what I keep going back to, and where I wish that we would come more as a society and realize we need to stop using that word and realize these are broken people, tricycle issues, children, childhood. You got kids that don't get love from their parents on drugs, daddy ain't home, mama having to work, needing attention. And you, most of the time, it's these older men, for women, I'm just speaking for women, that give people that type of affection that most of them don't get from their fathers. Like for Kim Kardashian, everybody thinks she had this perfect life.
Right.
Like, but did she?
Okay, but there's a lot of people that didn't have perfect lives, but that's not what they reverted to.
Right.
I'm
not saying that everybody does. What I'm saying is that the people who everyone wants to immediately call them that, does anyone ever look and see what their story was, what they're searching for, of why this is happening? No, we don't. We just immediately say, man, she a H2.
So I'm going to say this. Even when those women found one man that they were with, did it change their label?
No, because they didn't fix them.
Yeah, because it's never, once you're labeled as that, it's hard to change that label. Matter of fact, history says you can't turn a what into a housewife.
Do you believe that?
I want my housewife to be on.
Only for you.
Yeah, but that's well, I'm listening to y'all.
Only for you.
Yeah, but I'm listening to y'all, and y'all talking about these women, right? And the label doesn't come from the person. It's always coming from somebody else's opinion of that person, right?
Yes.
So I can say that I was promiscuous in my younger age. I can call, people have label me as a hoe, right? A male hoe,
yes.
right?
But y'all get credit with y'all's.
But and that's what I'm saying. It's.
But don't get it twisted, because women say, "Oh, girl, I met this good guy. I really like him. And if you know of him, what you're gonna say? Girl, I heard
he's an H2.
Okay.
But that's the whole, like you were saying, people was broken, right? What happened?
It's all right. It's all right.
Is that the Wi-Fi?
No, we're still recording.
What was you saying, Monty? You said now broken people.
We all broken, right?
Yes.
We all got some issues and some brokenness, and some of us are hoes that's in the closet that pretend to be ladies.
Yeah.
But our hoes, just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sex is something I believe that is natural. Nobody really has to teach you about sex, because God made us where we are attracted to. If we came out, ain't nobody got to teach us about it. We gonna somehow find a way to have sex with the opposite, to procreate. This is just how we made.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the knowledge that we get as we grow up to say, okay, doing it a certain way is gonna give you a certain name, or don't do this way for your husband. But I think we all enjoy. I mean, I know I enjoy sex. You know what I mean? And I still enjoy sex, but now I have an understanding. You know what I mean?
I think you have
of the power.
I think
you
have boundaries now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about the I enjoy sex, but I know what comes with it.
Which means now you have boundaries to it.
So are you before before marriage?
I don't think that we should. I now that I'm older. Hold on. I'm just saying this. I would say I don't. Only reason why I say that is because what we don't realize is that for women we have a hole. Men have an outie.
Yeah.
Okay. When every time a man comes into a woman and inserts himself into any type of woman, everybody that you've been with, you are inserting their spirits. Every single last person. And every one man that this woman has been laying with, that comes on you too.
But what does that look like? You saying spirits?
Yes, but I mean by
experience.
You no, not the experience.
For me, we can call it spirits.
It's
but
the
for
spirits.
Me, it's the experience. So if I lay down with a woman, right, and she's not as good as so and so,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You can call that a spirit that, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm judging this one against the other
But
one.
what I'm
True.
talking about spirit wise is this. That's true, but that's not a spirit. What I'm talking about is women walk around with a lot of anguish on them, and they don't even know where it's coming from. And a lot of times, what they don't know is that every time you lay with somebody, you picking up everything that's in them. So you got that woman, her problems, her baggage, and you're picking that up. And when you get up and walk away, all that walks away with you. It walks away with you. You don't know it do, but it do.
But what's the science behind that? You know what I mean?
The science.
What's the science behind that, right?
I just
So that's
drop.
But, yeah.
No.
I'm talking about as far as saying that you walking away with it, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
To be more realistic for me, because you know what I'm saying, I had to do some growing up and some thinking about things, and the science to me is just like, you know, yeah, you remember for me, I remember every woman that I might have laid with. You can call that a spirit or whatever you want to call it. But to me, it's just me having a memory of that woman. So when I go to the next one, you know, I'm still carrying these memories with me.
Which is not good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why it's not good.
Well,
because what if Sally was better than Karen and you married to Karen, but when you in the bed with Karen, you're thinking of Sally.
That's what the spirits is she talking about.
Yes.
No, it's not good.
That's not what the spirits I was talking
Well,
about.
that's the way I look at it.
Right. That's
when I think of it.
When I'm talking about spirits, is I'm saying
you talking about some
the baggage. People care. Everybody has spirit in them. Everybody, when you with a woman after a while, you don't even realize it, but she's putting her spirit on you.
She just got like a good spirit and a bad spirit.
But if you taking in that and you depositing that in every single woman you sleeping with, and this woman is sleeping with all these different men, now you got all these spirits just intrude all together, and it's like, ugh.
So what about the man? Because the man ain't getting nothing.
No.
He ain't getting nothing deposited.
Nope.
So
and this is why we need to realize we are not men.
But he's still dealing with the same thing, even though he's not getting nothing deposited in him. He's dealing with the same effect as being with multiple women and dealing with just that memory and the things, like you say, the baggage. Like if you had a bad experience with a woman, right, and then you go and deal with another woman, you still are thinking about these bad experiences because you judging. This new girl might do something that reminds you of the old girl.
So that's what I'm saying. So just to clarify what you're saying, for men, y'all have something that happens to y'all. What you're telling me, and I'm telling you for women, because what I'm saying is women, we get deposited in. It's important that that's why we should save ourselves. This is why you shouldn't be letting every Tom and Harry come and just do this to you, because it's sacred.
But I think the same.
It's sacred.
But listen,
for men and women.
It should be.
I don't think it's different because we got a penis and y'all got a vagina. I don't think it's different as far as I think.
The Bible says.
But I'm gonna say that's what I was going to read a scripture on that. But I'm going to say this to you.
The Bible says different.
The Bible ain't say that
so
we supposed to be out here.
If me and you was
doing
married,
what we want to do.
Listen, if me and you was married, right, and I cheated on you, right?
Yeah.
The Bible says you are to throw me out and never let me back in. But if a man cheat, I don't throw you out.
We're going to have to Google that.
I'll pull it up. I know where it is.
But that's in my opinion, that's more on the fact that you, as far as the Bible says, you are my property. You were supposed to submit to me.
So it's different. Y'all, moving forward.
Property.
When we say Bible, we're going to bring scripture. Okay.
I'm not going to bring no scripture. You can go and find. You can pull it up in the Bible for yourself. But it's in there because I was like,
because when we speak on that, we want to make sure, because in Proverbs 23:27, and I put it in when I put it in for Hort, it brought up the women, right? It brought up the women, right? It emphasis on women, not so much as the man. So it says a prostitute is a dangerous trap. A promiscuous woman is as dangerous as a falling into a narrow well. And that's Proverbs 23:27. It's all about a woman, right? A woman's character is being labeled as a whore.
That's what I'm saying. If a woman
Okay,
cheats on her
so
husband, it's in the Bible. It
Yes.
literally says,
Why do you think this is?
walk her out the
I mean,
threshold.
but everything that's in the Bible has a practical purpose. God
Mhm.
doesn't give us these things. You know what I mean? There's reasons why,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So, in my understanding, you know, it's worse for a woman because a woman that y'all got a lot of power.
Mm.
Y'all have it's a portal. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have
The
a lot
whole.
of power,
The whole.
right? And men do a lot of things for that. And if you got all this power, you can do a lot of damage because a lot of men are weak behind a woman.
So let me ask you a question because you bring that up, and I want to ask that because I had a conversation the other day with somebody about this. You say women have the power, but do you not realize over these years that men have taken that power and made women feel like y'all the prize? Like literally, women do not realize that they are the prize.
Well,
And that's
Is she
where
supposed to be
I ain't gonna
submissive
say you the prize.
to the man?
I feel like you're supposed to be
I
submissive
don't
to
think
your
nobody
husband.
is the prize. I think that everything that God makes is a balance, right? And if there's an imbalance, right? If I'm imbalanced to the woman, I can use my power to, you know what I mean, to in a bad way towards the woman. If the woman is using her power, she can use it in a bad way towards the man. So it's supposed to be. That's why I say you're supposed to evenly yoke.
Right.
So we're not using our power against each other. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The first thing that a woman want to do if she mad at you is withhold sex.
I don't know.
A lot of times.
I'm about to say,
You know what I mean? Not for married women,
But
but
that's why I said this whole thing is all about the sex. Sex plays a key part in everything that we're talking about.
why?
Because
bingo.
If we're using it for what it's supposed to be used for.
Because most of us use it as, but you just said we are all using it as a weapon. Most people, they're using it as a weapon.
Yeah, if we don't use it the way it's supposed to be used,
Right.
then it can be misused. So that's why, you know, a lot of women,
But
you
I think saving yourself. Let me just say this though: saving yourself. This is why you don't. It's kind of like what Jackie just said. Then you don't know what Judy felt like.
yeah,
You only know what your wife felt like. So then
Yeah.
you don't have that
now,
that spirit of
yeah,
cheating, wanting to touch this over here because I know what this cookie jar over here
Yeah.
tastes like. Versus if you save yourself for someone, all you know is what each other felt like.
I agree with that.
But when we think about it, what was the role model for us? When we think about when we came up, when you were growing up, you had good role models. But Jesus.
Who had good role
I'm about to
models?
say who did, because I sure didn't.
Yeah, because
I did
I
not.
have to say,
we
and
learned that.
I'm just being honest. Okay. You go to establish it to where you look at this person and you're thinking this person is doing what they're supposed to do, right? All the way down the line, right? They're treating women in your eyesight like they're supposed to.
But when you say
One day,
who is these people that we see?
okay, oh Jesus, how can I put this without putting it? Okay,
Without putting it.
yeah, I
Just
I don't want to put real life situations out here. Okay.
Oh, that's right. We don't want to
Look
get.
at that. Look at that.
We don't want to.
Thank you,
Oh
Lord.
Lord, that was
He
Jesus
told
telling
me
you
it was
to go
okay.
ahead.
Okay, so I'm going right.
She said
Right.
Jesus told me
That
it's
was
okay.
we saw something and it came and said, "Go and do what you gotta
Don't
do."
say it.
Okay, so say for instance, um, you are going to church, and these are brothers in the church that you see every day. I mean, every Sunday, every week. These are role models. Okay.
I mean,
Wait, I'm telling the story.
So, but before you do that, the model role models to you, because that's not the case. To you though,
but
when you're speaking about it, for you it was though.
Okay, yes, for me. I'm gonna speak for me. I'm gonna speak for me. Okay. I'm gonna speak for me. I'm not gonna speak for April or Mona. I'm gonna speak for me. For me, positive role models were the brothers in the church who I saw with their wives doing what they were supposed to be doing, right? They're teaching what you're supposed to be doing, right? What's right. Now, as a young adult,
you see it with some
as a young adult,
some game in there.
Baby.
you're walking down the street.
Baby.
Here comes a car roll up on the side of you. When this car rolls up on the side of you, it rolls the window down and say, "Hey, baby, you want to ride?" It's not a "Hey, baby, you ain't walking the street like you a hooker. You are walking the street with your family member to get home. You're not dressed inappropriate. Do you look nice? Yeah, but you're not trying to sell yourself, okay? You don't turn around because first thing is you keep going. You don't talk to strangers, right? But this person is still rolling on the side of you trying to get your attention as if you are a lady of the evening, okay? But when you turn around to tell them to, what do you see me not acknowledging you? And you turn around and you say, "Oh," and that person is, "Oh." Now they gotta roll the window up and go. And you gotta see this person in church on Sunday. That right there it messes you up. It messes you up as the role model of who's supposed to be doing what. We say that the men, is biblical. We were talking about it being in the Bible of who is what. For me, a lead in the church, and I'm not talking about the men in the church because, honey, I love the brothers in the churches. Some of them, they do what they're supposed to do. But those role models that we saw when we were growing up, for me, was teaching us not to handle yourself in that way. Don't be out there doing those type of things. Those type of things, even the women would tell you, "Hey, you're a lady. You don't go out there and do those type of things." Right? You guys said you didn't get that upbringing, but I did. So
I went
for me,
to church, but what I got from church is I don't look at them as role models because these are the same people who was teaching what you saying, but what they didn't know is the kids was still watching what they wasn't doing, what they was doing on the side. Behind closed doors. So they thought it was. So to me, this is why I don't look at role models because you go to church. I can't see it that way. Only for me, because growing up, I was watching what they were doing after they stood up here and told us what not to do. And then they were doing certain things that even the women in the church were doing with some of these men in the church that were married. Like, I don't look at church and go, these are the role models, because they're still human beings.
So
and
where
it's
do you
like
get your role models from?
To me, your role models are like your mother, your father, when we're doing everything right. And that doesn't mean we're going to be perfect, because there is no such thing as perfect. But to me, role models are people that you can see the good, the bad, and they don't hide it. That's a role model to me. A role model is not like, I'm sorry, everyone wants to say, "Oh, Oprah." That's not a role model to me. I don't know what Oprah doing when she closed the door. I don't know nothing that Oprah do. But everybody wants to say, "Oh, Oprah's this wonderful person." I don't believe it.
You have to have a blueprint. You have to have something that you're going to try to follow.
Why you
even
following
with your
somebody?
That's what I'm saying.
Why you following somebody?
It's not so much as you following somebody. It's what. Okay, so we're not following anybody. What was you promoting to your children? You guys as children. What are you telling your son that he should be?
I'm telling my son he should be everything and who he wants to be. Okay. I want my son to, but at the same time, what I don't hide from my son, like people will say to me, "Oh, you curse in front of your son?" Yes, I curse in front of my son. You know why? Because I don't want my son to walk in at 17 and I'm having a conversation with somebody and I'm cursing and he going, "Who in the world is that?" I don't want my son to do that. I want my son to know that's my mother. Perfect, imperfect, good, bad, that's my mama. I think that sometimes parents be like, "Oh, I don't want to do this." Now, I'm not saying I'm gonna do drugs and all that. Not that I do drugs, but in front of my son and all that. But I tend to try to be who I am in front of my son because I have seen children who parents didn't do that, and that's very close to me.
And that's what
And
you
it,
So
say.
what
and
I'm
it, and
saying,
it hit
To be
them.
a-
And when they separated
to
and
be-
that person switched,
Yeah.
that child didn't even know who their parent
but
was.
I'm saying a role model. If there's standards you have to set for your kid.
Most
Are
definitely.
you telling your kid you want him to be the drug dealer over here, the
No.
crackhead over here,
But being
or
who
the
he wants to be and who he is
or the
meant to
hooker
be
over here?
is
Are you
not telling
telling
my
him
child to go do that.
what role model are you presenting for them?
Me.
Exactly.
Do my
So
child see me out here hooking? Do my child see me out here sleeping with 17
But,
different men?
but they don't have to see you to
But
do nothing.
it doesn't take just
But
you
that's
to
what I'm
raise
saying.
him because he's not around
But
you
that's what I'm
24/7.
I get that. But what my son is seeing as the model, you said
Mhm.
model,
Yeah.
role model.
Yes.
Now, what your children are going to see out here, yes, when they go out on the street, but if they've got a model in
Mhm.
you got to hope that everything that I've taught and showed my child follows or at least comes back to.
Okay.
I don't want my child to come out on the street and have a model. I don't want you to go look at Mr. Bill over there. Now, my son's male model is his father,
Mm-hmm.
and that's okay for me. Now, I don't want him to say, "Oh, well, that man over there to go to church, that's who you should model." No, because my son don't see that man every day. Your model should be your model.
But the reality is, the culture is what models all of us.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We can pick up certain things from one person, pick up some other things. You know what I'm saying? But culture is what models us.
But it's
You know
not
what I
your
mean?
role
That's why I said
model.
it takes a village.
That is.
But it's not your, when you say role, that's the role that you play in life.
Well,
So you're going to tell me that, yes, we pick up different things because automatically my son is a different kid when he has school.
Yeah.
I know that. But what I'm saying is your role models, I'm saying we've got the wrong, the role models we got as stars right now. Everybody's role model is a star.
That's the culture.
But do we know, even if it's the culture, is it right? Should we be saying, "Oh, well, that's the culture, so that's okay"? No.
Well, I mean, the thing of it is you're gonna love your. For me, I love my kids for who they are.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
Because they're ours.
Because
we
I
have
know
no
who I am.
choice.
You know what I mean? I know I'm not perfect. The thing of it is, when we get to thinking that we are something that we not,
Right.
we want to put those values on our
children.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
we think, okay, I'm doing all of this right. I'm the role model. So they should do it like I do it. You know what I'm saying? And then when they don't do it like that, then we, you know what I'm saying, we want to fault them or something.
But I'm not saying my child has to be exactly who I am. What I'm saying is when you say role model, I want my child to follow in the steps of certain things, certain values.
Your values.
No, certain values.
But who?
Meaning values of having respect. That's not my value. You should have respect towards every human being.
But that's your value. But if he's your son, right?
He's gonna be respectful.
Just because you might be a mother that's not respectful, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you was that type of mother, you wouldn't care if your son wasn't modeled after you. You wouldn't care if he was disrespectful because he's modeling himself after you.
That's what I'm saying.
But
there's certain values that you are teaching your child to model. That's why I say the first role model your child sees is you.
I agree with you on that, but I'm saying
that
you have to set the standard to where you have to give them outside role models. And when I say outside role models, it has to be somebody other than yourself that they need to mimic because they're not with you 24 hours a day. And it takes a village to raise a kid. It really does. Because, and the reason why I say this, there are so many kids that will look up to you when you're doing the right thing. Okay? They can forgive you for that one that they see. But if they see the majority of the time you on the right path, that one little thing that you've done, that's disregarded. Okay? But because no one is perfect.
Exactly.
But you have to set the standards in order for them to. I wouldn't go out and tell my daughter that I want you to be like Kim Kardashian, and excuse my language, Kim, but I wouldn't. Okay? I don't want you to be out there with a sex tape. I don't want you to be out there. That's not how I want you to get your fame. Do you see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying
get
it.
what
This
you're
is
saying.
public knowledge. We're not
But
saying
what if your
anything.
daughter decided, irregardless, that's what I'm gonna do?
I have to love her regardless, but that's not the role or the standard that I set for her.
That's what I just said. I said
So-
I'm going to set a standard and a role
Mhm.
for my son. Is my son gonna follow everything I say? No, because he is an individual. But if you choose, in my opinion, if you train your child in the way that they should go, are they going to do this and bear off? Of course, because there is outside influence.
Mhm.
But what I do is I pray that my son knows the balance. He knows the values. He comes back to the value. And is he going to go out and get other people that he admires? Yes.
So would you want him with a lady or a?
My son's, I would want him to be with a lady like his mother. Like, why wouldn't I?
Who taking these votes?
I don't want my son with no.
Who say you the lady though?
But I'm saying I am now. Was I always?
But I'm
No,
saying
sir.
that's your
No,
No,
sir.
he said no.
No,
He's
sir.
not saying that you're not. He
No,
said
sir.
he's not saying
that's
that
your
you're
opinion
not.
of yourself, right?
No, that's definitely
He's not saying you're
not
not.
my opinion. No,
Mhm.
it is my definition of myself because I can tell you 20 years ago I wasn't a lady by any standards.
He didn't ask you that.
But I'm telling you.
Well, the thing of it is,
we being 100. Be
Okay.
real.
but if we being real, right?
I wasn't always.
If we being real,
Mhm.
we are what we are.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We human.
everybody
We
got
make
secrets.
mistakes.
Yes.
We grow. We
Yes.
fall. We get back up.
Yes.
That's just the reality
Everybody
of
got
it.
secrets.
You know what I'm saying? So it's when we get to labeling people,
Yeah.
saying that they this, that's where the problem come in. You can
Mhm.
say, I used to be a hoe, but I'm a lady now.
I never say that. I did not.
You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Okay.
No, I'm
I
just
didn't
saying.
say
But
that.
a person can say they used to be something, but now they change. But the reality is, we are who we are. You still the same person you was.
No.
I know I'm the same person. I'm the same person.
You the same person you
I'm-
was
I'm
from
the
20 years
same
ago?
I'm the
Mhm.
same person.
The same exact person.
Are you
I'm
fine
still me.
tuned now? Are
Huh?
you fine tuned now, or did you change any habits?
What that's what I'm saying. You grow and you learn, but I'm still the
Uh-huh.
same person,
Yeah.
right? So I'm not going, and that's where I'm not going to look at somebody else and say you did, because I know me.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I can be that tomorrow.
And we
If I
all say
choose to
things
be.
in anger.
You know what I
back,
mean?
Back when you were younger, you would say something in anger that you didn't really mean. Name calling, things like that. Those things came with not being able to handle your anger or know what you shouldn't say, what hurts and what doesn't hurt. That comes from learning. Okay. But there are certain things, characteristics that you can't take away.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's way before us. It's biblical how women are being addressed and what they are, if they're a lady or if they're that.
I'm addressing mine. I want mine to be both. You know what I mean? I want mine to be
I
both.
agree, and
But-
I'm pretty
but-
sure I know my husband.
But you
wants
want
both.
her to be that, and let me ask you this.
Only
are you
for
wanting her
him, though.
But are
Yeah.
you wanting that to be her to be that whole two in the dark though?
I want her to be real, because I
Mhm.
done some of the realest women that I've dealt with
Mhm.
was honest about who they was,
Yeah.
whether they was out here dealing with, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Because that's not real. When you that's not really, sex is just a small part of a
Mhm.
relationship. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Honesty, it goes further than sex.
Mhm.
I'd rather have somebody that's honest about their sexuality than somebody that's want to present themselves as a lady and hide and be somewhere, you know what I'm saying,
But then
creeping,
that's not a-
and you
It
never
is
know.
so many.
But they
it's
gonna
so-
that's what I'm saying.
But
We
That's,
can,
I think that's the question we have.
who is it to say what a lady is?
But if she reads the definition of a lady, now do we all come out the womb as ladies? No, we don't. Do we? As she said, do we all got secrets? Yes.
I think it's a top behavior.
But it's a top behavior,
All of it is top.
but it's
I think
also
it's a top
a
behavior.
learned and disciplined behavior.
All of it is
It's
top.
a discipline.
You don't learn to
Mhm.
be I didn't learn to be, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't automatically promiscuous. I was taught that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? From what you would say was my role model.
Mhm.
I was taught to be. I'm thinking that's because that's what they tell me, and that it's masculine to have a lot of women.
Yes, yes.
Right. So it
Mhm.
wasn't until I understood
This slide's gonna kill
how
me.
much
Mhm.
damage came behind it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I thought it was cool. You know what I mean? You know, like you said, they give men praise for having
Yes,
multiple. You know what I mean?
yes,
You big dog.
yes.
But
Even though the men see the hurt in the women that they're hurting,
But
it's
do they see
still
it?
they see it.
I don't know if they do.
I'm gonna tell you something. It's me as a person that's always observed. Okay, always observed. I can see the hurt in a man's eyes when he's hurting a woman. Okay, you can see it.
In certain men, some men don't even have. Some men can tap out when they in
Yeah,
that world of promiscuous and
is that the
not
one
really
he truly
caring.
loves though?
But that's what I'm saying. Irregardless of whether he truly loves her or not, hurting her is hurting her,
Yeah,
what love
and
got
not
to do with it?
because a lot
not
of men
What
when
love
they don't
got-
feel anything
nothing.
about
What
you,
love got
Nothing.
they
to do
don't
It's
with it?
care.
about
You
that's
are
it. All
what you
goes,
are.
but it all goes back to
But
respect.
if they
You
have
don't. It
some
ain't got
feeling
nothing to
about
do with
you,
love.
it's
Respect
there's
for
gonna
who?
be more
Respect.
respect.
But that's what I'm saying. So not all men even realize that they are disrespecting a
Right.
woman. So no, I don't see it in all men's eyes. Some men are blank.
But it
Mhm.
wasn't
They just
respect.
blank.
It wasn't respect for a woman or love for a woman that got me to change my way.
Mm.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? It was my love and respect for God.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's what got me
And
to
that's
change.
that's
my
the
way.
beauty of it.
Not any respect I have for a woman because
Mhm.
to be honest, I know a woman gonna be what a woman gonna be.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be what I'm gonna be.
Mm.
So if I can't have something bigger than myself
Mhm.
to you know what I mean,
Mhm.
that's what got me right. Not I would still be out here doing what I was doing.
Mhm.
Still out here at my old age or whatever age I am, I can still pull them. You know what I'm saying? I can still pull them, but I go home.
Look,
I go home alone.
Amen.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And it's not. It.
But
I
then
think we
that's
get
what
it
makes
mixed
you.
up.
But to me, that's what we're saying, lady. And for y'all, that makes you a gentleman.
But
Hold on, because hear what I'm saying. This is why you say I'm still that same person, but you're not.
I am.
But
That's
you're
what
not.
I'm telling you.
But you're not.
Because
If you were still that same person, like you just said, you wouldn't be going home at night by yourself.
I'm still the same
Your
dude.
hold on, your character is still the same. Yes, because you'll always be you, but you are moving a different way.
I'm moving different, not because I'm not me. I'm moving different because of something else.
But
I'm still me. I
we're
still
not
have
saying
the
that
same.
people are not them
I
though,
still have the
because
same urges.
so I'm saying that even though I'm a lady, I still get the same urges. I still want to, but now because you have a different view of it, like you said, the respect level is different. It's different.
But I don't put it is not because I respect or love a woman that is different.
Right. It's because of the
It's
respect and love for yourself and God.
it ain't it's for God. You know what I mean? Because I understand that for us to prosper as a people, as a family, just I'm thinking of my grandkids. You know what I'm saying? I know that I have to move a different way. Not because I still don't like having sex. You know what I'm saying? I stopped eating meat, but I still you know what I'm saying, crave meat.
Most definitely.
So I didn't change. The cravings
But
don't
that's not
change.
what
I'm still the
I'm
same.
not saying you're changing for a woman. I'm saying you changed for everything you just said. You changed for yourself. So what we was asking from the very beginning is, can women revert? Can they change into ladies? Just like can men change into gentlemen?
What I'm saying is we are what we are.
So you still saying you a HOE?
So you
No, I'm
that,
saying I'm not saying that I'm saying that I'm human.
what is it?
You know what I'm saying?
What is that
I'm
saying?
saying that a woman
can't
is
change his spots.
yeah. I'm saying a woman is a woman.
Do you believe that though? That I'll say a leopard can't change his characteristics.
A tiger can't change his
But
stripes.
I do believe
Yeah.
every person can change because at the beginning, just like we said, not all of us, like for you, when me and you talked before, you had your father, your mother. When you talk about your father and your mother, you talk about your father in a role that you know his story.
But my daddy was a hoe.
But hear what I'm saying. Your father was still there.
My
Like for
daddy
me, when I
my
talk
daddy
about
was
when I talk about my father was not present.
Mm-hmm.
Even though my father wasn't a hoe.
He was
But my father was not present.
Mm-hmm.
There is everybody's story is different. So what I'm saying is when you grow up sometimes in different stories and different tricycle issues that everybody go through, you don't know that you don't love yourself. This is why women go out and they do. And I'm sorry, but I think men do it too.
Yeah.
And so what I mean by that is for you to say, I've not changed, you have changed. And it's not about a woman that changed you. It's not about a man that changed you. But in fact, you started to realize, number one, the boundaries for yourself, the respect level, your boundaries, your levels have changed.
Well,
There's levels to this.
my behavior might have changed.
There's levels to
I
this.
haven't changed. I'm still a human. I can still fall. I can still get out here and make some bad mistakes. You know what I mean? Regardless of what I say.
That doesn't mean you're not perfect because you changed.
Do you seek the same type of women that you seeked in your past?
What do you mean the same? Like,
would you date a woman that you dated when you were 20? Would you date that same type of woman today?
Yeah, because I'm not judging. I'm not gonna judge nobody because I know who I am. I can't sit there and judge you if you because I look at it as it's just a mistake.
I say if you know better, you do better.
That's why I say it's a mistake. So when you know better and you have the knowledge to change your behavior, then you do better. But at the end of the day, we all still human, and we can't. I mean, I don't judge person because I've been there. I can't judge you for being promiscuous when I was promiscuous.
Yeah,
I can't say that I wouldn't date you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to date you if you still, because that's not what I want right now. Okay. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit there.
Stop. I got to ask this question. Because I feel like we're talking about, you keep saying judgment. And I don't think that it's a judgment thing because people have grown. So if someone says, oh, I used to be promiscuous, but I'm not. Yes, that doesn't mean you're perfect now. I'm saying there's levels to this. And even if a woman was promiscuous before, yes, would you date her today? I'm sure you would. Because she would be honest enough, especially if a woman decides she wants to be honest enough to tell you. What we're saying is, would you, in the person that you are today, because this doesn't make you unhuman because you changed and you moved to a different level, but would you be dating a woman that you know is sleeping with 10 men right now? And would you date her?
No, I wouldn't date a woman like that because that's not where I'm at right now. But I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm a lot older, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't think that, you know what I mean? If, like you said, if somebody out here sleeping with 10 other dudes, I understand she got some issues. Mm-hmm. And them, I don't want to deal with them issues. Not because she is who she is, but for the fact that I don't want to deal with them type of issues.
So you agree with you?
I'm like,
y'all both agree. Y'all said it, but just in different
forms.
Every time you're in a relationship, every time you laying down and you're sleeping with someone, you're taking something away of that person with you. That's an issue. Yes. That's baggage that's being put on top of you. Okay, that's not easy to just sweep under the rug.
No,
you know, you have so many women that are out there in that field. They turn to drugs because they don't know how to process that mental of being hurt so many times. Yeah. Every time you lay down with somebody, you're giving yourself to that person, whether it's willingly or not.
Yeah. I think it's different for a woman because y'all
most definitely
y'all more emotional.
Yes,
and y'all have it in y'all head a whole fairy tale behind the man. Y'all have a whole fairy tale in y'all head. Think I'm gonna give him I'm gonna give him this box. I'm gonna give him this box. Wait a minute.
Y'all you gotta tell it though. You said we tell a fairy tale in a heartbeat.
This is what I think women think, because I ain't a woman, right? I ain't a woman, but I think that women think that I'm gonna give this man this box, and it's gonna I'm gonna have him.
In the 90s, we did.
You know what I'm saying?
We did. Tell the truth.
And y'all have the whole idea in y'all head. We're gonna get married. We're gonna take these vacations. We're gonna have this family.
See,
and because y'all more emotional, men are more logical.
Me,
you know what I'm saying?
I wanted the picket fist coming out the door.
I think men, they might be to degrees, right? Mm-hmm. Some men might be less logical than other men.
Some men are emotional.
It's just the way we made.
Mm-hmm. But it's the way y'all were built, because think about it. When we was kids, when y'all came in the house and y'all failed, what y'all parents used to tell y'all? Come in there crying.
But
to answer the question.
Yeah,
now when we came in the door, it was, oh baby, let me see you. So this is the way we were built. Mm-hmm. It's like, but y'all take it to a whole nother degree. Like y'all can't even cry. Y'all don't have no feelings. it's like
Yeah,
y'all
that's
just
a- that's
shut it all off.
Yeah, that's a top, behavior.
Man.
But at the end of the day, we just not, and maybe that's because, like you said, that's how we're taught like that, right? So that might be why men are more logical and women is more emotional. But that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So
You
how
know
do
what I
we-
mean?
how
But
do we
right now,
merge it?
y'all changing with women becoming more,
Logical.
and men are becoming more emotional.
We've always been the mastermind behind
Boom, boom.
most
But y'all
things.
y'all wasn't supposed to be.
We
I
always
agree
been
with that.
masterminds.
I agree
It
with
only
that.
happened like that because
I agree
men
with
start
that.
going to prison,
I agree.
and y'all had
Yes.
to step up.
I agree.
But that's not y'all role, though.
But we always been
I-
mastermind.
hold on.
But we
Say that one
we
more
stayed
time.
in our place.
That's not y'all role.
Please say that one more
We've
time.
always been masterminds, but we stayed in our place.
We don't know our place anymore, though.
You know what I mean? Back then, it was you came home, you discussed. If a man made a decision, he would make that decision and come home and talk to his wife. His wife would give her opinion, obey. I think it should be this way to
And
get
now
him
what
to
happened?
think about
They
it.
don't even do it.
And now what happened? We come home,
And y'all,
and she wanna control the conversation.
Yes.
She wanna control everything
because we don't know our role no more.
No.
We don't know our role no more.
It's just
We
a
don't.
prime example
We
today. My brother and my husband are both
because
on
y'all
the
think
road.
y'all can do it better.
No, it's not
Yeah.
that. You got to go back to what you just said, though.
Mhm.
There was a time frame where families started losing the father,
Mhm.
Yeah.
mothers started getting on drugs,
Exactly.
our men started going to prison or dead, and now we've got these women with
They had to
children because
step
most
up.
of and we had to step up. So now we don't know what our role is. We really don't
The
know.
Bible tell you what your role is.
But if
you talk about
everybody ain't in
scripture,
it, but
was.
everybody ain't in the
Huh?
Bible.
I read it.
Everybody ain't in the Bible.
but now would then say that's the problem. Then.
That's what
Because
I'm saying.
that's what the problem is. The Bible, it gives a, and y'all talking about the Bible.
The blueprint.
There's two parts of the Bible.
But everybody
Mhm.
got to be reading it.
There's the part where where everybody is in, where, like you said, everybody's doing what they supposed to do. Then there's the other part where people falling apart.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I think people try to use the totality to fix everything. I might need the New Testament
Mhm.
Right.
where I'm at.
Right.
Yeah.
You might need the Old Testament where you at.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm always in the New Testament. I'm gonna tell you this.
But I also think we all gonna read the Bible and we can read the same exact verse and
It's
it
your
all
un-
means
your-
something
your
different.
understand-
Get
our
a different
understanding.
interpretation.
Yeah.
Because we're all in different
Mhm.
places
But
in
it
our
shouldn't
life.
be like that.
It
I'm gonna tell you this.
It shouldn't, but
No.
it is.
I'm gonna tell you this. When I thought of this topic, right? And that's what we're doing. We're thinking of things to where we can bring it back to people like us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we need these conversations. Politics are here. We have how I want to say. I don't just want to put it on Bible. We have religion that's around. Everything that they tell you you're not supposed to
I
talk
think
about.
all in all we got sociology.
Yes.
It's a whole thing.
This is the part to where we need to have these conversations because a lot of people are not having these type of conversations in their home. They're not even around people that even can enlighten them on how we're feeling and what we're thinking, opinions. They're not able to give their opinions. Okay.
Yeah.
So to have conversations like this is letting people know these are the things that people are talking about.
But
These
I also
are the
think
things
women,
that people
we gotta
are
stop being afraid of saying the
yeah,
truth.
or
Women
speaking
have
your
got-
mind.
But speaking our minds is great, but we got to admit what's going on. Like for
Mhm.
women, we don't want to admit real talk. And I've said it out loud.
Mhm.
I don't know what my role is as a woman
Mhm.
in relationship wise. If I don't know what my role is, the way that I would like for it to be, the way we want leaders, we want our men. We say, I hear women talking about, I want a man like this, a man to do this. I want a man should be doing all this for me. But we don't even realize we are not going to ever get that because we are not in position.
What you mean
But-
you don't know what your role is? I don't know.
Meaning what I'm saying
You
is
know what your role is.
I don't.
You just don't
No.
want to play your.
I
You just don't
don't.
want to play your.
Okay,
role.
That's
so
not
let-
true.
let-
I don't know what my role is. And the reason why I
The
don't,
Bible tell you what your role is.
even I can read
Tell
the
her,
Bible
honey,
what the
her
role
role
is. Hear what I'm saying. Same thing like y'all said. My role model was a woman that took care of everything. There was no man there. I never got to see the yin and the yang and how that operates.
But-
So for me, I'm learning this as I go. Like, okay, well, is that right? Well, should I say that to a man? Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Mhm.
But should a man do this? Well, is he supposed to be doing that in the house? Because if you never seen it, how do you know? And so what we do is make up our own rules, make up how we want it to look. Oh, I make more money than you, so therefore I can tell you what the hell to do. This is what I'm saying is, as women, we got to start being truthful too. We can't just keep saying what we want.
Well, I deal with women, right? Some strong women that's out here, because when you kind of elevate, you stop dealing with the kind of the hoes, you know what I'm saying? And you dealing with some women
in the
that,
house. What's that song?
There's some
yeah. You start dealing with some women that got their stuff together, right? And they been independent because they not trying to deal with a lot of, you know what I'm saying? And it's hard because they don't know their role. They don't want to relinquish their power to a man to even. That's you trust. I mean, one that I've been that trust you enough to open their legs.
And that's what I'm saying is that's where the boundaries of a lady comes and realizes that when you really don't know what's going on with you, you got to stop, because giving yourself, you don't even trust these men. You don't trust this man.
They trust enough to open their leg. It ain't about the trust. They don't want to give up that. They don't trust you. They don't want to give up their power. That's what it is.
It's not about giving up power, because they really ain't got power when you don't even know who you are. How much power do you really have when you don't know who you really are? You don't have the people don't know where they are.
How long do it take a person? Like I said, I'm not a teen. Now, when you was a teen in your 20s, of course you didn't know who you was. You was learning. But when you get to a certain age, you know who you are.
Yeah.
You know who you are. You done been through it. You done been through the relationship.
But not everybody.
The thing of it is, you don't trust the man enough to give up that power.
No, not everybody admits it. In order for you to know who you are, that means you got to go stand in the mirror and say the bad stuff and the good shit. How many people you really know that's gonna stand there and go, I didn't do it all the time.
I was gonna say there's a lot of people.
How many
when you
people
get to a certain age?
How many are really doing it though? Not every. There's a lot of people who are afraid to look in the mirror and tell themselves the truth. You done did some messed up stuff.
And I tell a woman out the gate. You know what I'm saying? The thing of it is, you say that women don't trust, and like I said, that might be in, you know what I mean. But in my case, I tell a woman everything. What she don't know, I tell her. You know what I'm saying? And it's still, a woman does not want to give up that power because
she don't know.
No,
do you think that you're gonna find that one woman though?
I ain't even worried about it.
You don't want one?
I'm not worried about it because the way this world is right now, a relationship should, if it's not a relationship where a woman is being led by a man, I don't want it. And should nobody want it.
Yeah.
And a woman shouldn't be want to be in a relationship unless she had a man that can lead her. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't worried about no relationship.
So how do you teach a woman, for instance, like you're saying, this is where women are coming now and saying, we don't know. Because most of the time, most of our men, and I'm gonna say this,
they know.
It
say it right there in the Bible.
I can read that Bible.
Wives, submit to your husband. And you know what they're gonna say? Easy. You know what the woman gonna say? You got to marry me first before I submit to you.
But that's what you're supposed to be.
No, you supposed to submit and show the man that you can submit. I'm not gonna marry no woman if I know she doesn't have that in her.
But what I'm saying by knowing keyword, we think submit means you control us. That's exactly what.
That's wrong.
Because we don't know what it really means.
Fear. That's your fear.
They don't know what it really means.
You know what it means.
They don't.
That's just the fear.
They don't. This is round one. This is part one.
They don't.
We're gonna have to take this up and see. This is the beauty of having this. We can do more
because I didn't know.
You didn't submit.
So what we're gonna do,
and guess what?
The next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna come back. Baby, we're gonna come back on submit.
Yes, ma'am.
We're gonna come back on that. All right, and this is gonna be a part two to this because we've already come down to where it's about time for us to round part one up.
So
right?
What's the closing on the HO point?
So
can a woman shed her
I'm gonna give my opinion.
her skin.
She can give her opinion, and then you give yours, and we're gonna close it out. My opinion: once labeled, you can never change it. That's your. That's your. I'm not saying that you can't better yourself and come away from your ways, right? But once you're labeled that way, it's very hard to change a
In whose
label.
eyes, though? I mean, if
In
we
that
talking
person's
biblical,
eyes. It's
if we
very-
bring the Bible in, because
But when
if
you
we thinking
biblical,
biblically,
everybody's sin is forgiven.
Okay, if we thinking
everybody's sin
biblically,
is forgiven. I'm saying
she can shed it.
yes, God is gonna forgive her.
Not
Okay?
even God, but we should. Every person
And I agree.
that has that understanding
I
should forgive
agree.
them.
I agree.
Because
But we are human.
he said,
I agree. We are human.
Yeah.
Huh?
Your cookies look real
I
good.
know, don't they?
I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
agree. But I am saying, once you have that label, it is very difficult for someone to see you in another light, even though we're supposed to. It's very difficult. And I'm gonna tell you why.
I done walked around with the labels. You know what I'm saying? I walked around. The labels don't matter.
You don't think that would you let your homie
This is good,
What?
child.
roll with your woman who you know used to be?
What you mean, my homie roll with her?
Would you allow your woman to be around another dude that you know that she would have an attraction to?
Yeah.
What would the label be? What would you think?
Well, she shouldn't be his
I'm-
woman if
I'm-
you
I'm-
can't trust her.
it-
Now, wait a minute.
Because I'm not. I know that a woman is gonna be a woman. A man is gonna be a man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I'm not going into it labeling like, this. I know the reality is she gonna be attracted to other men.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be attracted to other women. That's what we.
Ooh, that's
That's
a hard
what
one
we-
for me still.
That's
y'all.
what we get. That's what we get mixed up at. Just because you attracted somebody, don't mean that you
gonna
going to act on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's still hard for me.
So yeah, I mean, the thing of it is at the end of the day, it's about trust,
Yeah.
right? And not going into it, judging, judging the person behind it, because we all got past.
Yes, we all have.
You know what I'm saying? So if I want somebody to get over my past, then I got to get over theirs. I can't be saying,
hold on.
I'm gonna get over it.
But
I'm
I
gonna tell
think
you
what
right
we're
now.
saying is, I think what the question is this: does everybody believe that you can revert? In my opinion,
Yeah.
I think you can revert, and I think where you're saying you never lose the label, I don't believe that. You never lose the label because it's still in here to you. It's like you got the key to unlock that and be done with it. So in my opinion,
you are who you are.
If I was a HOE when I was younger and I was promiscuous, but I'm not her today, the only person that can still make me her today again is me.
I guess it depends on.
So I wouldn't care who think what.
To me, you a person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of you, I don't look at it as you this. That's what, like you a lion, then you gonna change to a bingo or you know what I'm saying? You are what you are. You made mistakes.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But you are not who you are. Stop saying that.
You are who you are.
No.
You might have made some mistakes. And when you believe in Christ, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't hold the mistakes that somebody made against you, right?
But if you forgive them, you can't say you are who you are, because that
You're
goes back to
human.
what the question was is, can you shed the term? We all know we human. But if I was for instance,
who does it matter to?
But that's what we're saying.
What somebody call you?
But it doesn't. Not in my opinion, it doesn't. Because if I know I'm not promiscuous no more, I don't care what you think.
But I would.
But that doesn't mean you are what you are. That doesn't mean you are who you are.
I would care.
Comment.
I would care.
Comment. We're going to end. We have less than a minute. We want to thank Money for coming on, Ernest for coming on, and we want to invite him for part 2. We want him to invite him for part 2 so we can finish up this conversation. We really, really, really enjoyed and like we said, we brought you on for the man's perspective on this, and we got it. I think this was
Ooh-wee.
really
Did y'all
good.
get it?
Listen,
Yeah,
we got it.
I don't
Because
think I-
listen,
I
he
don't think
didn't
I
taught
really-
me stuff.
I don't think I really
No,
said
you
too much.
did. You know
We
what?
got
But men don't say much, but what you said to us is literally stuff that women wonder every day. What does a man really think? Why? What do y'all think of us?
But
How do
every
y'all
man
operate?
every man is different.
Every man is
Right?
different,
And every
but
woman
y'all,
is different. What's the
but
name?
y'all
Because the
thoughts.
thing, what we do is what we learn. It's in our head.
Most
And that's all
definitely.
I'm saying is
Most definitely.
we are who we are, right?
Yes.
It's the things that we learn that dictates our behavior,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
So a person can be promiscuous because they didn't have the knowledge to do nothing but that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they still who they are. They might
Mhm.
get some new knowledge to change their behavior, but they still the same person.
But I still feel
You
like
still-
this. You can't say in my opinion, for me, it's not knowledge. It is getting understanding as far as learning yourself and loving yourself. Because knowledge can be wonderful. But a lot of people who are out here promiscuous, I used to date men that I didn't even like. I was trying to get attention and love from people that I knew wasn't right. So let's be 100. If we don't talk about it, let's talk about it.
If you love yourself,
But if you didn't
if
know
you
how
love
to
yourself,
love yourself,
you're gonna
back,
accept all aspects.
but
of
you
you
gotta
gonna-
understand.
you
You
gonna
gotta
love the
understand the
whole-
child, dude.
You gonna
You gotta
love the
go
whole,
back.
and
You
you gonna
gotta go
love.
back. No, you
and you
gotta
gonna
go
love
back.
it. You don't.
You gotta go
'cause
back
that's
though.
how I
You gotta
feel.
go back. You gotta go back
You
to
see
when you
these
didn't
two?
know your love.
I love
But
all
there
parts
are
of
people.
me.
But back in the day, I'm trying to explain to you, there are people that I talk to every day, including myself, who did not know what self-love was. And if you don't know what self-love is, you will give yourself to a cow because you are looking for love. That inner,
Well, where you
it
gonna-
makes me feel
where you gonna
good.
get
Even
that
if it's
love
on
from?
10 minutes.
Where you gonna get
Yourself
that?
So why y'all
you get it
still
from him
label?
first.
I just want-
That's
You get it,
that's
but if
that's
you
the
ain't
love
never
that's gonna-
taught
we
that,
gotta save it for
I'm sorry,
session
y'all.
two.
that's the love that's gonna change your life. And I know I love myself.
But you gotta love yourself to even
No,
get to God.
there's a lot of people around here loving themselves, and that's why they
Yes.
messed up.
Hold on. I
And
didn't
that's
say,
why they
hold
messed
on,
up.
but you talking about two different type of loves. I didn't say selfish. I said self-love, meaning love yourself. You can't even love. I can't even love you as a brother if I don't even love
I
me.
had the right topic.
If I don't even love me, how can I love you?
But
I didn't say no
but how do you
selfish,
love-
arrogant
but
person.
you can't know how to love you unless you understand the love of God.
Bingo.
You
But
can't-
how many people don't even know the love of God? And they are out here portraying like, I got it together. I love me.
Well,
I know who I
there's
am.
people to go to
I
church.
got me.
There's hoes in church.
Ooh, you ain't lying. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
But
There's
we
hoes
ain't
in
say
church.
they didn't know themselves. They
You know
still
what I'm
don't know themselves. But it's still a
What we're
tricycle
saying
issue.
is a difference between, are you carrying yourself as a lady or
I'm
Okay.
going to 100 and be like,
we are
It's
going
still
to bring this up on part 2, and hopefully Moni will come back with us and so we can wrap this up. All right.
bye guys.
Bye, guys.
Money told me don't do that, so I don't do that. I make sure it stops. I make sure it does what it do.
Moni,
Tell me before.
I am so happy you came today. Okay.
Really?
I really am.
Really, Jackie?